Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash, and this is the Europa League week round 2. Alex, Martin. But before we go any further, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means that we'll notify you and you'll never miss any content again. And with the changing in times in Europe and everything, you're going to need to make sure that you are on the ball and don't turn up an hour late. Also, if you press that link in the description, that'll take you over to the articles where the greedy boys write parlays for you. And they have been absolutely sizzling. Now, Europa League. Be careful with any futures because you know that the big boys enter after the Champions League group stages. So you might be thinking, oh, this team's got a great opportunity. And then like a Inter Milan or Sofia or even maybe a Real Madrid or something like that might enter this year. So just beware. Remember, you're also our third guest, so get your tips over and your bankers. Bankers might be a little bit tough this week, but we've got Alex and we've got Martin. Alex, I'll come to you first. Europa League normally throws off good value.
Yeah, like always. We had to check a little bit the first week. We have it in the bag right now. We are ready for the second week. Some great values also in the second week. I think that Martin was on point with week 1. I was there. I think that minus 1.5 units lost in the first week. But I have 7 tips for this week. Great value on a lot of visitors, and I think that we should bring some great profit this week in Europa League, and Martin to continue to extend his profit in Europa League, of course.
And everyone will be really pleased to know that I've actually got their selections and we've got it up on a graphic at the end of the show. So just relax. I'm going to also add 2 games to the bottom of this list, and they will involve Zoya and Braga and Molde and Rapid Vienna. Martin, Europa League is normally where you feast.
Yeah, the Europa League treated me really well last week, which I was pleased to see. 4 out of 5. There is a lot of value on bigger teams beating some of the minnows of Europe. Had a pretty difficult weekend, very challenging in the domestic competition in the Premier League and the Liga. So glad to see that Europa League's still paying off, and hopefully we can keep the good times rolling.
Okay, let's kick straight off then. I'll start off with you, Martin. AEK Athens at plus 380, the draw at plus 190, which tells you that the draw is favoured, and Leicester at minus 115.
Yeah, that does look like a good price on Leicester in the context of that famous victory at the Emirates last night. It was smash and grab stuff from Brendan Rodgers, perfect game plan, weakened Leicester team, just set out to stifle Arsenal for 80 minutes and then threw on Jamie Vardy. Scored. Very little ambition from Arsenal. I didn't put this down for a tip, but having seen it, I'd be going for Leicester. Yeah.
Okay, Leicester is a lean come tip from Martin. Are you going with the away side as well, Alex?
Absolutely, 1.75. This is part of my selections this weekend. Leicester cannot do a heavy rotation because they are missing some players due to injuries. So they are forced, if I can say that, to play some of their good ones, you know. I don't know if we'll see Vardy in the starting 11, but it really doesn't matter against the AEK Athens side, who were destroyed in the first round away at Braga. We'll talk about Braga later on. They look like a great Europa League side with a great ambitions and I think that Leicester and Braga are the 2 teams to easily pass this group and qualify in the knockout stages. So 1.75 on Leicester against AEK. AEK will have a defensive approach who are playing that league of theirs that they don't really count either there. So this season they qualified in Europa League last season with some luck, but right now Leicester should prove to be the better side at 1.75 looks like a great value to me.
Yeah, maybe even both teams to score no. Brendan Rodgers sets out to keep that clean sheet. Now, I'll stay with you, though, Alex, because we'll go with Antwerp at plus 500, draw plus 350, and Spurs at minus 150. Now, on the face of it, looks like Spurs, with their firepower, they're not worried about letting goals in because they'll score more.
Yes, I said it last week, Ludogorets versus Antwerp, over 2.5 goals at even money. We know that Tottenham are playing today against Burnley in Premier League, and they will have less days to rest before this, let's say, clash against Antwerp. But it's not really a clash because the difference in quality is huge. And if Tottenham in the first round with a heavy squad rotation, 3-0 against Lask Linz there, with Lamela, Vinicius, Bale, Lucas, and we expected that. We said that we will see this team from Mourinho. Tottenham and over 1.5 goals in the match at 1.8 looks good. I think that Antwerp might also contribute on the scoreboard, and so you can push it to Tottenham and over 2.5 goals in the net in the match. At 1.8 looks a great set of odds to me.
Mine, what about Spurs at plus 160?
Spurs half-time, full-time.
Yeah.
Oh, Spurs, yeah, looks like a decent bet. Not too sure about this game because we haven't seen them play Burnley yet, and I want to see how they get on there. Don't want to see any injuries to key players or anything like that. But yeah, like Alex said, they started their campaign very strong. It was an impressive result despite resting a lot of players. I had them to win last week. Glad I did. Never normally cheering on a Tottenham win, but good for them. Yeah, it should be a pretty comfortable game, shouldn't it, against Antwerp away? Even if they bring in the likes of Lamela and Lucas Moura, they're still playing for their places. They're going to want to impress the manager when they're called upon. So I'd be fancying a pretty comfortable win for Tottenham here.
Okay, Martin, I'll come to you first. It's CSKA at plus 110, the draw at plus 230, and Zagreb at plus 275. This looks like a very, very cagey affair.
Yeah, I'm totally passing on this one. Normally, you expect Russian teams to do pretty well when they play at home in European competition. CSKA haven't come out all guns blazing so far this season, but they normally are a pretty decent side. Not too sure what I'm going to get with Dynamo Zagreb, though, because I think they can punch above their weight sometimes. So, yeah, it could be an interesting clash, but pass from me.
Alex, looks like it could well be the draw. Anytime you get the home side at plus money means that they're happy to take the money.
Yeah, or even draw at halftime. I think that CSK were very lucky to take 1 point from Wolfsberger last week. And on the other side, Dynamo Zagreb were very lucky to win 1 point with Feyenoord, the Feyenoord side that missed a penalty. So I don't know what to say about this match. Just leaning under 2.5, draw at halftime, or a draw with goals, a 1-1 correct score there. Everything might be on paper here on the cards.
What about Gent at plus 260, the draw plus 300, and Hoffenheim at plus 100? Now, we know Hoffenheim really, really well. I wouldn't want to be taking them on the road at plus 100 with anyone's money.
No, and considering that they are missing Kramaric, they are missing big car, some names that it's very, very far, very hard to tell them, but we know that we are seeing them week in and week out in Bundesliga, and they are starters in that team of Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim that they are coming after a 1-1 draw away at Werder Bremen. Gent, yes, you will say to me that they are very, very poor considering their latest results. Also, they started very poor with a defeat against the Liberec. So I would say that Hoffenheim have the first chance here, but I cannot trust them because they are missing many of their important players. But yeah, at plus 100, you must check the lineups because we still have 4 days before Thursday, and we might get some negative tests for some of their players that have tested positive with coronavirus, some false positive. So it's very important in this type of situation because we are all hit of this COVID-19 thing, and most of all, the players in every single team in Europe will take it. It's I think that till January, February, everyone will get over this because everyone will get infected from the players. either from their teammates, either from the matches that they're playing, and they will pass the 2 weeks and we will be okay. But till then, we must be careful. So check the lineup first and see if Hoffenheim, in case Hoffenheim have 2-3 important players like Kramaric and like others in their first starting 11, at plus 100, they are the better side, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think both teams to score, Martin, could well be on the cards here, and then you're not worrying about who goes and wins.
Gent versus Hoffenheim. Yeah, Gent are in terrible form, though, aren't they? They're languishing just above the relegation zone in the Belgian Pro League. Ooh. Horrible season for them so far. Even with players missing, I would still think that the value's on Hoffenheim in this game. Like Alex said, got a lot of players out, so I'm not betting on it personally. But yeah, if you wanted to go for it, I would go for Hoffenheim.
Okay. Lille, minus 135. The draw plus 320. And Celtic at plus 400, Martin. Are Celtic not overvalued at plus 400?
I mean, Celtic are in pretty poor form themselves, aren't they? I know they bounced back at the weekend. Got a draw against Aberdeen.
That is a bouncing back from Celtic. A draw against Aberdeen.
Yeah, but they played against Aberdeen, didn't they?
Aberdeen are a decent side.
Yeah, they are decent this year, them.
Yeah, I mean, 3-3 draw away at Aberdeen's not too bad. I think over the course of the season, they'll probably grind Rangers down and just about sneak the title, but they're not looking great at the moment. Things are looking very slack in that midfield. Yeah, I wouldn't be betting on Celtic in this game. Lille did draw with Nice at the weekend. That was a bit of an underwhelming performance, but they've come flying out of the blocks this season. They're looking very strong in Ligue A, despite losing a couple of big players in the summer. I think the value's definitely with them, especially after that 3-1 defeat that Celtic suffered last time out against AC Milan. I'd be going for Lille in this game.
Yeah, the value is with them, but you can take them at 1.65. You cannot take them at 1.6. If they were at 1.8, I would consider to take Lille at home against a very poor Celtic side.
But
maybe
Alex,
for a parlay.
Celtic are letting goals in. Alex, would you not go with Lille and over 1.5 to get it up to that 1.8?
I don't trust French teams in the European Cups. Let's put it this way.
Okay. Well, what about Milan at minus 275, draw plus 480, and Sparta Prague at plus 760. Any play here, Alex?
No, not a play, but again, I think that Milan are playing today against Roma, and we must be careful, very careful what is happening today, because it's a great clash in Serie A, and we know that Milan are eyeing a Champions League position. They are more than that. They are eyeing a title. They are title contenders, and I know that you are rooting for them because they are your favorite, underdog, let's say, this season. They are the surprise team for you, and they look really, really good. And again, they might have a rotation squad. They might do a rotation thing in Europa League. Even with the rotation, we've seen them last week taking care of things against Celtic on the road, and probably they will do the same thing. But Sparta Prague are not a bad team. Yes, they were smashed by Lille in the first match, 4-1. Absolutely devastating performance from Sparta Prague. I've seen the match. I was expecting more from such a team who impressed us lately in the European Cups. But yeah, what to say? Milan at 1.33, I don't think that the value is there. If it is to play something here, I would rather play Spartak Prague plus 1.5 at 1.9. I think it will be an intense game. I think that would be closer than expected. And yeah, probably Milan will win. Maybe. But no, I'm scared even to take them halftime, full-time at 1.9. I don't know. Check the lineups. It's very important again.
Yeah, I mean, Sparta Prague at plus 1.5 means if they lose by 1, they win, Alex?
Yes, exactly. They win.
Excellent.
And it's almost at even money.
Okay, yeah, nearly plus 100. Martin, do you like Milan and Sparta Prague?
Yeah, I do like Milan to win this game. It's a bit difficult as we're doing this show on a Monday and they haven't played the game against Roma tonight yet. That's a bit unfortunate, but I'm hoping to see them get a win in that game, rest a few players in midweek, but still put out a pretty strong starting 11. They played Ibrahimovic up front at Celtic Park last time out, and they put out a very strong team, which does suggest that they're taking this competition seriously. They may take a foot off the pedal a little bit now that they got off the mark with a win, but I think it would probably still be in their interest to rack up enough points to sew up the group, and then they can just focus on Serie A. So being the home team, it's a reasonable way for Sparta Prague to go. Even if Milan rest a few players, I still think they can get the job done here and win by a couple of clear goals. So yeah, I'm looking at giving Milan a bit of a handicap in this one.
Martin, another game that's very lopsided on the way that the value goes is Roma at minus 310, and it's the draw at plus 480 and Sofia at plus 760. Can we get any value out of Roma?
Sofia, CSKA Sofia.
I said no, Sofia.
I'm not
you
going.
You said Sevilla.
No, Sofia. It's my big impediment.
No, I'm not going for this. I'm not going for this game at all. It's we still have to wait and see what Roma do against AC Milan tonight. I don't think they're at all as strong as Milan, and yeah, the value's just really not there. You'd have to be giving them a pretty sizable handicap if you wanted to get any value on it. So definite pass from me.
Okay, what about Roma to win both halves or Roma to score in both halves, Alex?
To be honest, I would rather take this minus 1.5 for Roma at 1.75. I've seen Sofia playing against Cluj last week, and I know what to expect from this team. Imagine that they are playing away. If they're playing in Sofia, maybe things would stay differently. But in Sofia, it was a full stadium. It's like they don't have coronavirus. So they lost 2-0 from Cluj. They started very good. This is the type of game that they are going all in the first 20 minutes of the game, and after that they deflate immediately. And CFR Cluj was great on air balls, on corners, on stuff like that. And we know that Roma are the same because they have tall players going forward. They have also Dzeko. Let's see if they will play, if he will play or not. But again, I would rather play Roma with minus 1.5 against this poor Sofia side.
Okay, I'll stay with you though, Alex, because what about Rangers at minus 160, plus 350 to draw, and Lech Poznan at plus 460? Are Rangers really at minus 160?
Probably for a parlay, yes. No, they are not at minus 160. But considering their latest results, let's say that the bookies are seeing a different games than we are. Like Poznan just got destroyed by a great Benfica side. Yes, they scored also 2 goals, but right now they are on the road. So yes, I would parlay Rangers that took all 3 points from a difficult trip to Standard Liège. In Liège, they are coming after great matches. They kept 4 clean sheets in a row. Against they beat Celtic also 2-0. So they are rolling right now. Their confidence is at high levels. So I see them beating Lech Poznan. So I will probably do some more 2 teams parlays for this Europa League midweek round, and I will share them on Twitter on the day of the match 1 hour before, because I'm really I need to see the lineups first.
Okay, yeah, Rangers are absolutely flying, and sorry for me to keep rubbing my eye, but we've got the air conditioning on and it's blowing dust in here that I think I'm going to need to wear goggles. Martin, Rangers at minus 160, maybe half-time, full-time Rangers?
Maybe. I think it's a bit difficult betting on Scottish teams in the Europa League this season. I think the real focus for Rangers is going to be trying to stop Celtic winning that 10th consecutive Premiership title. Looking to break a record there, Celtic this season, but Rangers are coming on strong, so that's going to be the key focus for both of the teams, I think, especially after Celtic suffered that defeat against AC Milan last time out. Yeah, not sure. Wait and see what the lineup is. Maybe go for it, but that's not in my list of tips this week.
Okay, Martin. Well, this game here, I was very, very interested because I think they've got it completely wrong. Real Sociedad plus 190, draw plus 245, Napoli plus 155. Now you either go Napoli draw no bet or Napoli at 155 because I know that Sociedad are flying high, but they've not been impressive, and we are both La Liga boys.
Yeah, although they did blow the opposition away and win 4-1 yesterday, so they were pretty solid in that game. But yeah, player for player, Napoli are a better team. They're looking very strong at the moment. The way they took Atalanta apart was very impressive. Sad that they had that game awarded against them against Juventus, because that derailed their early season momentum a little bit. But yeah, looking very sharp. Lots of attacking firepower. Not sure this game could get held up a bit in midfield. Difficult one. I'd maybe be looking at both teams to score, to be honest, if I was betting on it. But I'm gonna pass.
Okay, so we can give you the La Liga view. What about the Serie A view? Napoli over Real Sociedad, Alex?
Don't give me Napoli in Europa League. They were a disgrace last week. They played their best 11 against AZ Alkmaar side at home. Against AZ Alkmaar, who were missing 8 players with coronavirus, and they lost 1-0. I had them as banker. They couldn't even get one past the keeper. Come on, they are a disgrace. Thank God that they won this weekend in Serie A. Come on, no, don't give me Napoli. I wish Real Sociedad win them this week.
Okay, and I'll stay with you because you'll know all about this side. Slavia Prague at plus 260, plus 300 the draw, and Leverkusen, we know all about them from our Bundesliga at plus 100. Leverkusen struggling to score goals. Is this a case of both teams score no, or will Leverkusen hit them on the break?
They're struggling to score goals, but they are creating a lot of opportunities. It was just a matter of time till when the goals start rolling, you know. And one of the matches with the goals for Leverkusen is last week in Europa League, 6-2 win to Nice. Against Nice in Serie A, in what I'm talking, in Europa League. We're doing so many shows here that I'm losing through leagues, you know, Serie A, Europa League, Champions League, and so on. But yeah, Leverkusen look very, very good. Yeah, you will say that you will see their score line, and you will see just 1-0 with Mainz, 1-1 with Stuttgart, 1-1 with Leipzig. But again, they are creating, they are absolutely entertaining sides to watch. On the other side, it's unbelievable to see Slavia Prague losing at Hapoel Beersheva. But at home, it's a different story for Slavia. They will score 2. And we know that Leverkusen are conceding also. It's very important to notice once again that Leverkusen are playing Augsburg in 3 hours from now, so today. So they have less time to rest their players for this away match in Europa League. Over 2.5 goals, 1.8 banker of the week in Europa League.
Yeah, on the Alex Classic, and also I wouldn't mind anyone. I wouldn't put anyone off Leverkusen to win, and both teams to score, Martin.
Yeah, I think Leverkusen are good in midfield, aren't they? Leon Bailey's dangerous on the wing, and the likes of Ezequiel Palacios can open up a defence. But yeah, I just feel like they're lacking a bit of something up front this season after getting rid of Havertz and Volland in the summer. Patrick Schick, I think, is injured, so they have been a bit toothless in the Bundesliga. It was pretty surprising to see them go and blow Nice away last week. But like Alex said, they're playing in a few hours, so I want to see how they get on in that game before I'm going to bet on them in the Europa League.
Yeah, Root Boy is saying why you called Luis Suarez fat. Overweight.
Oh, have you watched the game? Watch the game.
No,
he
no.
can't run. He looks like he's running in a sandpit with deep sea divers boots on. Honest to God, he cannot run. And don't look at me and go, oh, well, he scored. I would have scored that. It was an open goal. And also, he's up there on his own. He's so isolated. So let me tell you now, we'll have a little look all through the season, sorry. Now Benfica, minus 400, plus 580 the draw. Standard Liege at plus 1200. Benfica absolutely sizzling, and I'm happy to say -2 Benfica. Martin.
I like it, Flash. I like it a lot. It sounds good to me. We all know that Standard Liège aren't a great team. They suffered that defeat to Rangers, and Arsenal really took them apart last season. They're not having a fantastic time of it in the Belgian Pro League this time around. Only 5 wins out of 10 games. Whereas Benfica, for me, just look far too good for this competition. They've got some canny old defenders back there like Otamendi and stuff who have been around a bit and they know what they're doing. A lot of dynamic young attackers. They're a really good team, really good technical side, and playing at home, I think they should prove just why they're a bit too good for this competition. I think Benfica can go quite a long way in the Europa League this season, and I think they'll make short work of Standard Liège this week.
Alex, Benfica look like the old Benfica. They really have got some pace, and they go forward at every opportunity.
I mean, in this group, it will be clear for them 6 wins out of 6 matches, or let's say that in the last one they will take their foot off the gas and I don't know, rest some players, but it's obvious the difference in quality with the rest of the teams. Not only that they lost against Rangers at home last week, but Standard Liège lost on the road also in their domestic league 2-0 against St. Truden, a rather unknown side for the bettors even in Europe. Not everybody knows about that team. So let's say that Benfica will roll -1. I will not go that far with -2, but I will say -1.5 on the Asian handicap at 1.71.
Okay, or Benfica to win and over 2.5 goals. I see Benfica cruising this game now. Qarabag at plus 360, plus 320 the draw, and Villarreal at -140. Qarabag, they've got a little bit of pedigree though, Alex. Are they not too big at plus 360?
They are, because the match is happening in Turkey and not on their home turf. If they were playing in at home in that, let's say, not natural stadium, they had a good chance, let's say, to win at least 1 point from this match. But in the given conditions, I see Villarreal winning them on the road here in Turkey at 1.7, and I'm also taking both teams to score at I'm sorry, the exchange 1.8 right now with Bet365. Yes, Qarabag with some pedigree in the European competitions, but lost on the road against Maccabi Tel Aviv, and that was a defeat that provoked some wounds to them. I've seen them performing, and they can do even better than that. So again, they are playing in Istanbul. If they were at home, I would say the match would be different. But I like Villarreal at 1.7, and I like both teams to score at 1.8.
Martin, any value with Villarreal -140 on the road? Now, we see a lot of Villarreal. One week they look like they can be top 4, top 5 in La Liga Primera, and then other times they look like bottom 4.
Yeah, probably a lot of it's down to the manager, who, as I've said before, I'm not a fan of. But yeah, we can't quite work them out yet, because sometimes they go 0-0. And then last week they won 5-3. Needed Alcácer to come off the bench and score that brace to finally put the minnows to the sword. But I think they should, like Alex, I think they should go and win this one on neutral turf in Istanbul. Horrendous situation going on Azerbaijan and Armenia right now, so obviously understandable that they've had to move it to Turkey, but that should give Villarreal a good chance to go and get the win here. A few years ago now actually, that Qarabag drew with Atletico Madrid. Nobody had ever heard of them before then, and suddenly everyone kind of thinks that they're this strong defensive team, but a few changes in personnel since then, and that was a very underwhelming defeat to Maccabi Tel Aviv in the opening round of fixtures. So if they put a modicum of effort into this game and show a little bit of ambition, it's got to be a win for Villarreal here. Could go for a straight win, could give them a little bit of a handicap as well if you want a bit more value. But yeah, I think Villarreal for me.
Or Alcácer to score at any time, as Barcaman says. He loves his anytime goal scorers, and Alcácer is at plus 120. Now, games that we haven't got on there is Zora at plus 350, plus 300 to draw, but Braga at minus 125. Alex, minus 125 for Braga looks like a bit of a gift.
This is my second banker of this Europa League, so I have two of them. Braga looks like a gift. They are the experienced side between the two. I love them in Europa League. Also, they started really good. Also, their Primeira League in Portugal. I like how consistent they are, and they are one by one. If you take the players, the difference in quality is absolutely huge. So I'm a little bit afraid of this trip in Ukraine because I really hate them. But Braga should get the job done after destroying AEK Athens on their turf.
Okay, I was even thinking about Braga in a parlay. I've gone with a 14 parlay. You like Braga away from home, Martin?
I do think Braga are a pretty good team. Yeah, they do seem to pick up results against the big boys in Portugal. They've definitely got some quality within that side, a lot of technical ability. The opposition are a bit of an unknown quantity for me, so I can't really be betting against them when I don't know enough about them, I'm afraid, so I'm going to pass that one.
Okay, and Baz says no call for Gunners versus Dundalk. Well, listen, Sean's your man for Dundalk. He'll tell you, listen, you go with Dundalk every day. Dundalk and -1 or something like that. And Barcaman says, Flash, where's Natalie? Well, Natalie is just about to give birth to her second child, a lovely baby girl that will be called Hannah. We wish her and her family all the very, very best, because all three of us are sitting here and entertaining you because of her. She's also the boss. So she's probably taking the laptop to the hospital with her. And when they're saying push, she'll be moaning at someone's article's not correct. And then she'll be ringing me and telling me that I'm not doing a good enough job. And that's all while pushing the baby out. And congratulations to her and her husband and daughter. Now, last game, Mulder at plus 150, draw plus 240, and Rapid Vienna at plus 200, Martin.
I don't really have anything to say about that one, Flash. It was I had Mulder to win at Dundalk last week, and I'm pleased that they did. But you know, this is I didn't see much from Rapid Vienna. I thought they were pretty good against Arsenal to keep them pegged back in the first half, but ultimately Arsenal's quality shone through. While you've got the limelight on me, though, can I talk about Granada, who I think can go and beat PAOK Saloniki because they continued their magnificent start to the season with a 1-0 victory.
Saloniki, is that the same as Salonika?
Yes, the same as Salonika.
Okay. But it's Saloniki now. They call them
they
call themselves Saloniki.
Okay, I like it.
Saloniki. In Greek, like that, it is Saloniki.
Saloniki. We're not Greek.
We are for a moment. We are.
Okay. Sorry, Martin.
Anyway, we know that they're just a point behind La Liga leaders Real Sociedad now. They've got a game in hand. They're in terrific form. In their last 3 games, they've beaten Sevilla, PSV Eindhoven, and Getafe. That's 3 very good teams. Only promoted last season, but they've won legions of fans with their performances. I think they've looked great in the opening stages of this season. So I think they'll get the job done in that one. Granada and under 4.5 goals is -110, which is 1.91. Like the look of that a lot more than betting on Mulder.
Okay, what about you then, Alex? Mulder and Rapid Vienna.
Let me talk about this Granada PAOK side. I think that this has the under 2.5 written all over it at even money. I think that if you see Granada winning, they will make it at their favorite score 1-0 or 2-0, which is coming every single time. PAOK on the road are very, very poor. After they changed their manager, who won the title after so many years, and they had a decent European season. But yeah, I think that under 2.5 at even money looks good. And staying at Molde versus Rapid Vienna, over 2.5, both teams to score. Wow, great value. I will just go with both teams to score at 1.75, but over 2.5 at 1.9. Looks pretty damn good.
Okay. Fabian, can we have a little look at their official picks, please? Okay, Alex's picks are Leicester -130. Shop around. You might be able to get around 120, 115. Tottenham and over 1.5, -127. Braga at -130. Qarabag versus Villarreal, both teams to score, -130. Benfica -1.5 at -130. Molde and Rapid Vienna, both teams to score, -130. Slavia Prague over 2.5 goals at -125. Martin's picks have gone for Milan -1.25 at -141. Villarreal -123. Benfica -1.5 at -114. And Granada and under 4.5 goals -110. Okay, then, gentlemen, we'll see you later on in the week. And just to remind you, you must subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. And ring the bell means that we can notify you, because this week the Premier League will be on at 1:30 Eastern time on Thursday. So not Wednesday, because obviously we've got the Champions League and everything going on. So it will be 1:30 on Thursday.
So Thursday we have Serie A, Bundesliga and Premier League. Wow.
Yeah, you mean I do. You only have 2 of them.
I didn't ask. Okay.
I thought you was getting the violin out.
You work 2 days in a week and you are moaning.
So yes, we will have Serie A, Bundesliga, and Premier League.
Week and just staying at home.
Honestly, it's going to be absolutely brilliant, and there's some great fixtures right across the card. But enjoy it. And tonight it's live Monday night football when we've got the Bears taking on the Rams, and that we, myself, Donny and Kyle, and whoever else Donny has invited. But we've been absolutely smashing it, so please join us. Thank you to our third guest. Been absolutely brilliant. On your way out, just make sure you put your thumbs up. Before I go, El Negrito says, turn the chat replay on, thanks Flash. Well, I don't know what that means, and I don't know how to do it, but I agree that when people watch back the video, if there's any way that we can leave the chat on, because there's great knowledge in there and great wisdom. But anyway,
yeah, say that in the back there to you know whom.
Oh, okay. I don't know, but I will try. Keep speaking to people, and we'll see if we can get that sorted on. But listen, everyone, thank you very much. We really appreciate you from wherever you are in the world watching us here at SBR. Alex, thank you. Martin, thank you. And just take care, and may all your bets be winners.